world never flows away 月光した It's still a ways It still carries us through It's always Till this moment of time あの時交わした言葉が鳴り響いてささやかな夢 There is no more darkness No more tears in silence No one home Running out and rest on I stop with the light 繰り返す song phrase Running out and rest on I stop with the light 渡りゆく闇の先へ
Chain of Memories. Oh my god, this one. You'd think the next step in the Kingdom Hearts series would be 2, but that's too easy. Instead, we have Chain of Memories, originally released on the Game Boy Advance, later remade for the PlayStation 2, which is the version most people can play today from the collections. And not only is it important to the story, which pretty much all of the Kingdom Hearts spin-offs are, it plays completely differently. That's right, instead of an action RPG, it's an action RPG combined with a deck builder. God help us all. This maddening formula of gameplay was originally designed for the Game Boy Advance since, well, I don't think it could replicate this without turning into ashes. But we're not playing that version. We're playing the PS2 version Chain of Memories. The gameplay of which is so infamous, people have asked constantly if they can skip the game and go to 2 instead. Which you can, you just won't know why Sora was shoved into this giant egg, or who half of the new characters are, who this girl is, and probably some of the most important character development for Sora. It's not like I blame anyone. Hell, I was the same way until I finally sat down and ran the gauntlet. Though it was not from curiosity. No, this was a grudge match. Along with Recoded and the phone game, I guess, but that's for other reasons. Chain of Memories was one of the few Kingdom Hearts games I hadn't beaten. Not this time. Let's see the end of this game together and finally understand not only what the hell happened, but why everyone avoids playing Chain of Memories. We start off right where Kingdom Hearts 1 ended, with Sora and the gang chasing after Pluto, that little shit. And after a long time of wandering in, I don't know, like the Windows XP background, I don't know where the fuck we are, honestly. Sora eventually finds this mysterious figure in a black coat. Not the same guy we fought in the bonus fight in 1 though, just gotta be clear on that. This spooky dude says that if Sora wants to find something he needs, he'll need to lose something dear to him. And after seeing someone draw fan art of a castle, we arrive at said castle. Slaps castle, you can fit so many castles in this bad boy. Absolutely. We enter and it's very white. The gang also has a feeling that the king must be here. They're not sure how they know or why they know, they just do, right Sora?
Seriously? Me too.
Damn Sora, you old now. So, Chain of Memories was created after Kingdom Hearts 2, which is after Sora's voice actor, Haley Joel Osment, went through puberty. There's nothing wrong with his performance, I genuinely can't imagine him not being Sora after all these years. But hearing his older voice out of younger Sora's body is very off-putting. I figured I should address this now rather than not at all. We good? Alright, let's keep going. After some debate about what we should do, let's go take a look, boys. To take a look that we just talked about, you fucking idiot.
Are you scared?
Are you a little bitch, Donald? We then see that dude in a black coat again. Thinking it's a heartless, Donald tries to hit him with the Dragon Blast. Damn it. So it turns out the second we walked into this castle, we lost all knowledge of our magic and abilities. I sure hope similar things don't happen at the start of nearly every game. But what the fuck is this place anyway? Why, it's Castle Oblivion. And as our coded friend says,
in this place to find is to lose, and to lose is to find.
Cool paradox, bro. And after doing this, they create a card from our memories, and we're supposed to use it on the door to proceed.
Proceed, Sora. to lose and claim anew, or to claim anew only to lose.
Why's it gotta be like this, man? Well, no other path forward. Let's proceed. We use the card and we're back in Traverse Town. Or rather, Sora's memory of Traverse Town created from the card. But we can't worry about that. Where the fuck did Donald and Goofy go? Why into this gameplay tutorial, of course. So, let's talk about how Chain of Memories plays. First of all, your teammates are turned into cards during battles, so you have to walk over and pick them up. Movement's the same as in Kingdom Hearts 1, however, every time we want to attack, we have to play a card. We select them with the D-pad and using them activates their effect. This can be an attack, magic items, or anything else we put in our deck. Speaking of, we don't draw a hand, we draw all of our cards at the same time, so we don't have to worry about having to draw more cards for a better hand. Which is good because we'll be suffering enough later down the line without that. Additionally, cards also have a value on them ranging from 0 to 9. This is because when the card is played, if someone plays another card with a value equal to or higher than that value, or it's a value of 0, it will stop the other card, resulting in a card break. This both stops the effect and stuns the target, and the important part is that both you and your enemies work off of these rules, so if an enemy has a big attack, you can use a card with a bigger value, or a 0, to put a stop to it. But the same can also happen to you, which can result in some extremely painful moments of gameplay. But what do we do once we've used all of our cards and we're out of attacks? We go over to this black card and hold it down to reload our hand, bringing back all our used cards, assuming they can be brought back. Something to keep in mind is that the more times you've reloaded in a single fight, the longer it takes to reload again, up to 3 times. Won't lie, instead of being stressful, this mechanic just becomes tedious in longer fights, even if the bosses also have to reload. And while everything does work off the same rules, it still sucks, especially for a certain someone. But with the basics understood, the first tutorial ends. Yeah, you thought that was everything? Nah, mate, there's still more to cover. God help us all. But more importantly, Donald and Goofy's outfits have changed. Not even the weird guy in the coat knows how. Sadly for Sora, he'll have to explore Castle Oblivion alone because the game doesn't support friendly AI, but we're now able to explore the field. This is the closest we're going to get to normal Kingdom Hearts during Chain of Memories, so you better savor it. Around here we get to explore this 1x1 square. We even get to pretend we're playing a normal video game by attacking things in the environment, which you really need to be doing to get money and more cards. We even pick up stuff and throw it at Heartless to start them stunned in an encounter. And yes, we fight in a little arena instead of in the field, which, again, the best considering this fucking gameplay. We also obtain map cards from battles. These are used to create the rooms you enter because, god damn it, if we're using cards for combat, we're using them in exploring too. How you do this is by approaching a door and then using the appropriate card the door is asking for. Sometimes it's a number range, sometimes it's a number or color, sometimes you need a specific card that you're given during the story, which does have to figure out where you need to go since the map shows you that where those rooms are. And sometimes the room just wants you to dump big fucking numbers into it until it opens. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you get the Joker card that unlocks anything, save it for this big motherfucker right here near the end that wants 99 points in it. Fuck that door, I can't believe it's necessary for progression. What the fuck? 99? Okay. But what you do put in the normal doors does matter, as they'll all have different effects on the room that's created. Like this one at the start we used to make a save point, which is the only way to make a save point in the worlds, by the way. Another card just fills the whole fucking room with Heartless, like way too many Heartless. And after beating up some of these Heartless, we level up. Unlike 1, we're given full control on what we want to pick when we level up. We can either get more health, more card points for our deck so we can put more cards into it, or unlock a new Slight. Slights are the most important part of Chain of Memories, as there are special techniques and attacks. We use them by stocking cards with Triangle, and once we have 3 cards that correspond to that Slight, we hit Triangle again and boom, special attack. We use the one we just learned as an example, which is Sliding Dash. We just need 3 attack cards of the same type with a total value between 10 and 15, and it'll work. The most important thing to know about Slice is that they still work based off of the card value rules, so while their values are a sum of multiple cards, they can still be broken by 0 or higher values, though you'll only have to worry about that in boss fights. What you'll really need to worry about is that when you use cards in either Slights or in the 3 card combos like this, you'll lose the first card in the chain until the battle is over. This mechanic created a mental block in my brain until damn well halfway through because I am famous for being a little too defensive with my resources. I mainly stuck to saving Slights I had for very rare moments instead of doing what I should have been and spamming them until there's no tomorrow. Now, I will say, unlike Kingdom Hearts 1, I will not be able to cover all of the sites in this game like I did back then. This is because there's so goddamn many, and half of them are locked behind treasure rooms, which I did not know until making this video, so that's cool. Instead, I'll give you a quick brief and point out if they're actually any good. I also can't give exact damage values like in 1 because the strength of cards is shown via a letter and the damage from slights is a multiplier, so you know, fucking great. Funny enough, this will also happen in some of the other games as well. Since there's so many abilities in them, it becomes impossible for me to keep up. Oh well, can't blame a man for trying. Back to the story, we run into Leon, except he doesn't remember us at all. Same goes for Yuffie when she shows up, so what the fuck is happening? Well, that's the magic of the cards. No, really, this isn't the real Traverse Town. Remember, it's Sora's memories of Traverse Town. After Leon teaches Sora how stalking and values work, we then have to run halfway across the map and meet Aerith. Running across half the map for a single scene is standard, by the way. Like, guys, you're allowed to make the I forgot because we're in Castle Oblivion joke for the entirety of the streams for this. Everyone still doesn't remember what happened, but Leon is able to complete Sora's sentence when he quotes what they said at Hollow Bastion. Aerith then speculates this is because Sora's heart is full of memories with them, so their hearts are resonating with that. Because Sora's memories have special powers, which makes sense. I mean, he is Nomura's special boy. We keep exploring, even if everyone's confused about what the fuck Sora is talking about. But on the way, we run into the premium bonus, which spins a wheel and lets us turn a card into a premium card. The game doesn't tell you what this means. A premium card, which you can identify by the shine and the yellow value number it has its card point value reduced to the cost of a 1 value card. For example, a Blizzard card with a value of 9, if it was a premium card, would cost the same amount of card points as a value of 1. This trade-off is that unless the premium card is used as the second or third card in a slight or a stock combo, they cannot be reloaded. A extremely important piece of information the game doesn't fucking tell you. I genuinely do not know if I blacked out the information or missed a pop-up window while editing, but I don't recall being told this, and it would have been very useful to know this when I was trying to make my most powerful cards into premium cards. I'm just fucking saying, Squeenix, it sucks. But press E4, we run to Sid, and all he has to say is that a Wumbo Heartless shows up when a bell rings. Just like it'll ring when you hit that bell after subscribe. Yeah, I deserve this. So, guard armor. Again, but this time with a card game duel. While the highest value it has is 5, our deck isn't exactly looking hot enough to break that consistently. I could have used slights here. I should have, but unfortunately, my mind was internalizing to never ever use them. This resulted in a tedious 5-minute long fight, and not just because I refused to use slights, but also because Rechain of Memories is much slower than Kingdom Hearts 1. It's slower so you can select the card you want without exploding, and so that reloading doesn't result in you dying from something hitting you at Mach 20. But just because I understand why this was done, doesn't mean I have to like it. And while we're on the topic of mechanics, this fight introduces the gimmick card with Mickey's severed head on them. They usually have a value of 0, and using them activates a unique mechanic for the fight that gives you an advantage, so keep an eye out for them bouncing around, just like your friend cards do. But I've yapped on for so long, guard armor's already dead. It even dropped a boss card for itself. Sora's very happy to get it. Guard armor. I don't know why, there's something funny about Sora just sitting there all the time, like... We'll be discussing those later. For now, in the aftermath, Traverse Town Gang wishes us good luck, even if they don't know what the fuck is going on. Though Aerith says that, since this is Traverse Town, everyone in it was created from Sora's memories, he should be careful of them, just in case they try to gaslight him, like believing Final Fantasy The Spirits Within was a good movie. Then Aerith Houdini's on us and we take our leave. What's nice about boss fights is that they place you in a room with a save point, which is extremely helpful because this game loves to pile on a second boss fight after the world's done. Like right now, just as we're leaving, we get even more mysterious slag from this jackass in the black coat.
Well, Sora, did you enjoy meeting your memories?
Luckily, before you can go too long, we get to meet a fan favorite.
Hello.
This is Axel. Got it memorized? I sure hope so, because he's gonna beat our ass now.
Don't you go off and die on me now.
Don't you just love back-to-back boss fights? Fuck. Now, fighting Axel is a bit different from the usual bosses as he can use slights. And big fucking shocker, the AI is able to move way faster with their hand than we ever could. Doesn't matter so much now, but oh my god, it's gonna matter later. As for Axel's fight, well, it's not that bad. It's pretty early in the game still. Though another mechanic about cards and slights I would like to point out is that if you play a lower value card against the other one, nothing happens. Case in point. Oh. Sorry, he was open and my brain just thought, oh, I can just beat the shit out of him now, but no, it's not how this works. If you see a big number show up and you can't beat it, just wait it out. Axel, however, goes out like a bitch in this fight. Oh, he's dead. Alright, good. Donald did it. Donald actually killed somebody. He killed a boss! Oh my god, Donald did something! I didn't even see it because I didn't trust him to actually do that. For our victory, we're given our first fire card and another card to help us move forward. Oh, and Axel's still here. Axel goads Sora into pushing forward, seeking what he forgot, because that way he'll find the person that's most precious to him. Axel also goads me into getting upset because he continues the trend of antagonists speaking in fucking circles in this game.
You have lost sight of the light within the darkness, and it seems that you've forgotten that you forgot.
Everyone's just talking in fucking circles in this game. This sucks.
But while Axel's shenanigans might have upset me, Sora instead says he'll find what he's looking for without any help. Axel then gives another vague warning about memories changing Sora, and he leaves. It's gonna be like this the whole game, isn't it? Going upstairs, Jiminy reminds us that he exists and says Axel worried him. This is everybody talking about being stuck in Castle Oblivion before they try to remember Hollow Bastion.
Course we will. Like that creepy castle we explored together. The one with all those weird contraptions.
When was that?
I can't remember.
That can't be good. I do get a good laugh at the achievement rating for clearing the first floor of the castle, though.
I want to see how many people got that. 8.7% of people have cleared the first floor on Steam. That's how little people want to actually play through fucking Chain of Memories. That should tell you immediately how little people want to actually play this one.
But now it's time to hit the meat and potatoes of this game, the Disney Worlds. And, well... yeah, this might come as a surprise, but none of the story that happens within the Disney Worlds actually matters. At the end of the day, they are alterations of what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1, but with the twist of people forgetting things. So for the sake of brevity, I will be skipping most of what happens in them. I'll keep you up to date with anything important though. Trust me, you won't miss anything crucial. First up, we go to Wonderland, and the first fight here is really indicative of how the experience is going to be.
Son of a bitch. Come here. Oh, of course.
Fuck these plant enemies. I hate them. But they aren't as bad as this fight against the card soldiers. Every time I thought this fight was over, it had another wave, and then another one. It took a while to get through this. This did lead me to the question while writing if using a friend card in this fight would let me reload the cards I used in them. And the answer is yes. I didn't notice this during my entire playthrough, so use this knowledge of my mistake to your advantage. Just put your friend card first, then the sleight afterwards, and boom. Free sleight and don't lose your shit. It's great. Or, you know, you could just keep watching my playthrough for Chain of Memories instead of playing it yourself. That's always an option. Beating this fight gives us the Card Soldier card as a reward. And you know what? Let's talk about deck building. I think I've put it off long enough. To start with, you have your deck limit and card points. You can technically have 99 cards in your deck, but like I mentioned when explaining premium cards, your card points will limit that. Each card costs different points to put in your deck, and the cost of each card varies depending on its power and value, with a 0 card being the most expensive. Next we have card types. We have attack cards with a red border, magic and summon cards with a blue border, item and friend cards with a green border, and enemy cards with a black border. They all work exactly how you expect them to, but the main thing you need to keep in mind is that item cards and enemy cards will not be reloaded no matter what. The enemy cards, this doesn't matter too much since you just play them and that's it, you get the effect, yahoo. With item cards, if they get broken, well, tough shit, that thing's gone the whole fight. It sucks, but if you put them at the first card in the stock, then you should be safe. Unless you get card broken by a 0, there's not much you can do about that, unfortunately. With that being said, item cards are extremely helpful for skipping reloads and restoring cards, so taking 1 or 2 is a fucking fantastic idea and you should do it. As for enemy cards, they go into a side that you can access by hitting select. You pop them and their effect is active until their limit is hit, such as reloads, slights, or cards played. These effects are extremely powerful, most of the time, which is why their cost is ludicrous. And their drop rate is under 5% unless you're in a specific room. Thankfully, most of the really good ones are from bosses, so don't worry if you don't get something amazing. I also learned later that while they're active, they give you resistances and vulnerabilities. I never noticed this during the playthrough, so, you know, As for the enemy cards we have the guard armor, which makes our attacks hit slightly farther. It's not prime reach from Warframe, but what is? Then there's the card Soldier card, which makes our attack cards play at double speed. This includes when we use stock cards and slights, by the way. But getting back to Wonderland, we use a card to find our first Moogle shop. Each one of these Moogle shops gives you a free card pack on entering, which is almost always crap, but it's something. And then we can spend points we've gotten to earn even more cards. With this being the first shop, well... yeah, but you're gonna want to invest in these to get some better cards, because you can't rely on drops for everything. We do learn Stun Impact and get the Shadow card to drop, so that's helpful. And it's also good because now we have to fight the Trickster again, and he's a real fucking asshole in this game. I hate him. You thought having to jump to attack him was bad? Well, what if all of your good moves couldn't hit him because his legs don't count as a hitbox? How about that? And he loves to use cards really high values most of the time, breaking most of your cards. No? It doesn't sound fun? Well, that's too fucking bad. That's what this fight is. I'm pretty sure this fight wants you to use slights with range, but our options at the moment are either Blizzard or Fire, so they're pretty fucking limited is what I'm saying. And with this motherfucker pulling out 8s like he's got all of the luck, it results in my government name being changed to Max Payne. Alright Goofy, let's go. Awesome. Cool boss fight, Square Enix. Very, very happy that this is a thing. What the fuck, man? Am I fighting Vriska? Stop rolling 8s! I only have like 1 0 card, and it goes away really fast because you're an asshole. This is fucking awful. Not gonna lie. Ligma balls. Alright, great. That was awful. At least we get his card, which decreases the enemy cards when they break ours. Hooray. But we're finally done with Wonderland. And upon leaving, the gang tries to remember Hollow Bastion again. They can remember the events that happened, but that's about it. Jimmy decides now's the perfect time to remind everyone that the printing press existed. He pulls out his journal.
Let's have a look. Oh, how could it be? Oh, my entries. They're gone.
My minigame high scores! With a devastating loss that we'll never truly recover from, everyone realizes that they're losing their memories. And concerned that this could affect him, Donald actually asks Sora if he wants to go back. This is a very rare moment for Donald. Be proud of him. Goofy interrupts before Sora can respond, saying that everything will work out. Thank you, Goofy. Keep spreading that toxic positivity. It will not fuck up anyone currently in this room. I do appreciate that it does take Sora a little while to process what Goofy said. It's like, for a moment, he's really close to getting mad at him for saying something like that, but then pulls back and agrees. If nothing else, I love how Sora expresses himself in this game, and we'll be seeing a lot more of that going forward. Now it's time for Agrabah. We even get Aladdin as a friend card now. The best part about him is that he makes enemies spill money every time he hits them. Great for grinding if I actually bothered to do it, but we do level up from the first fight, giving us Strike Raid, and it's really expensive for this part in the game. It's also been extremely nerfed since it only throws 1 Keyblade, and it does work as a boomerang and stuns on impact, but I miss throwing tons of them. However, I can say Blizzaga, which we activate with 3 Blizzard cards, goes really hard. It's also proof to why you should be spamming slights in normal fights. Past me, you dumbass. Will it mean anything? Probably not. Oh. Now that's what I want to see, baby. Killed all of them in one go. I love having access to late game magic in the early game. Thanks Basic Magic Slice for being free. Speaking of, I did find some Gravity cards, but yeah, Gravity's kind of shit in this game compared to 1. It will never kill a target since it scales off their current HP with no way to increase the damage it does. Rest in piss, Gravity. Stop Stunlock. Thankfully, there are powerful slights that use Gravity cards, so it's not totally useless. This is, of course, assuming I get them. We also get to fight Fat Bandits, and they're still really annoying. And nothing else interesting happens until we fight Genie Jafar again. And it's exactly as annoying as in Kingdom Hearts 1, except the arena is even smaller, and I swear to God Iago flies slower. All of the attacks come from Jafar, but he used moves that take 5 business days to come out, so you have plenty of time to card break him. But the worst part of this fight is the moving floor. It was a thing in Kingdom Hearts 1, but it wasn't really that noteworthy. But here, well, you could get a card that sets all the floor to the highest position for a few seconds, letting you go ham on Iago. Alright, great, so what's the problem? The problem comes when the game decides to put you in jail with no way out or to progress the fight. You just have to wait and card break Jafar while he wakes up from his millennium-long nap. So yeah, different game, same crappy fight, Agrabah still hasn't beaten the allegations. Sorry, Aladdin fans. But for our efforts, we get the Genie Jafar card, or Jafar Genie as it's actually called. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that this is one of the best enemy cards in the game. Upon use for 20 attacks, you cannot be card broken. Use this card. Great for basic combos, and it works with attack card slides as well. It does cost 65 card points, but that's still worth considering. We also get Genie's card, which is basically Donald, but with more powerful spells. Great. Agrabah's finally over again. Bye-bye, Desert World, it was nice knowing you. Back at Castle Oblivion, the gang is still able to remember their mission to find the King and Riku, which is followed up by Sora immediately tempting fate.
I guess there's no way we'll forget the most important memories.
But now it's time for the Axel show, kind of. There's another character in a black coat with them, Larxene, a fan favorite for a very different reason. They're discussing our golden boy Sora. After all, the Keyblade chose Sora's heart even after he became a Heartless, and he recovered. There's only one other person that was able to do that, and since the organization they work for, that has a capital O by the way, has the goal of understanding hearts, why wouldn't Axel be interested in Sora? Confused? Well, you should be. The pain is just beginning. It's even beginning for Sora as he remembers his promise for Kairi, but something's wrong.
Huh?
Castle's haunted. We better call in the big guns for this. Not quite what I had in mind, but I'm sure Herc can punch a ghost if he tries hard enough. Not a whole lot happens here until we fight Cloud again, and he's a real asshole in this game. My favorite part of this is learning that the AI cheats and can reload while moving. You can't. For beating Cloud and breaking his hands like we're the mob, we get the High Potion card, which is able to reload attack cards used in slights or in stock combos. It's pretty much just an upgrade of the normal potion with a bit of a higher cost. So, just replace the normal potion. We also learn Blitz, which is the first slight we've learned that requires 3 different attack cards in it. It's easier to activate, but since it can actually hit enemies from above you, it's a lot more powerful than you think it is. Can you survive this? Alright, good fight. There we go. Yeah, this. Get fucked. That's basically what I did. Then a whole lot of nothing happens until we fight Hades, and he results in our first death. Fuck! Dodge rolling in this game sucks! It's a rough jump in difficulty since Hades has the most health of the bosses so far, and also because a majority of my cards were premium cards, so I was left with nothing in my hands extremely quickly. Please, use premium cards in slights with them, for the love of Sora. Aside from that, Hades is a slower version of his Kingdom Hearts 1 fight, so if you know that, you'll be fine. We beat him and get his card, which gives Sora Berserk for 30 attacks. It is not good. I'm sure the double damage from it is great, but you still have to be below 25% health for it to activate, and it will still drop in count while you're not. We also get Cloud's card, which is alright by itself, but it has some really strong slights it's required for, so keep that in mind if you're using it. Back in the castle, Sora remembers that there was another girl on the island he was friends with.
I think her name was...
He just forgot about her until now because she left when he was little. At least, that's what he remembers.
I don't remember. I feel kinda dumb. We said we weren't gonna forget our friends, and well now, I can't even remember her name.
I love this scene, but I cannot talk about it in depth until later. Spoilers, For now, on to Monstro. We do learn Fire Raid here from the batting room. It's okay, it's the same as normal Strike Raid, but now with fire. We then have a rematch against the Parasite Cage, and it is way harder here than in 1. Why? Because we have no place to stand. They really came out here and said, oops, all acid. Keep in mind that you still take damage from acid while you're doing a slight, so that's fun. Oh, this sucks. Also, where's Cure? It's supposed to be here. Where's Cure? It's supposed to be in my deck. Game fucking sucks, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Fire Raid isn't helping either since he's got fire resistance. Because of course they give you a move the boss is resistant to in the world you fight him. Most you can do is use the special card to remove the acid for a few seconds. It's something. We do die, but I get him on the run back after Donald proceeds to fail us in a brand new way. I can't jump when Pluto's doing this.
I can't jump when I have a summon out, man. Why? Death. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I might go check the mechanics real quick, because I have this distinct feeling that card breaks actually make your cards disappear for the rest of the fight.
You do get the Parasite Cage card, though, which stops an enemy's card without fail. Then you can't reload it, and it costs like twice the amount. Why not just use a 0 card? So for making me forgetting understanding, Sora remembers more about that girl from the island. She liked to draw, Sora and Riku would even fight over who she'd draw next. But then the group notes that Sora's the only one remembering things rather than forgetting them. They assume they haven't forgotten enough, which I'm sure a good bottle of whiskey can fix. But then, evil organization schemes. Larxene decides this is the time she should be the one to mess with Sora. Axel doesn't like this idea.
I'm not going to just give it to him.
Don't break him. Don't forget. Sora is the key. We need him if we're going to take over the organization.
I know that you're in on it too. But keep it under your hood, at least until the time is right.
But look out, the guy voiced by a Metal Gear Solid character is a double agent. Don't really know what the stakes they're playing for are, but I'm assuming they're Wagyu beef stuff, probably? I don't know. Oh, and Sora still can't remember that girl's name. I'm sure he will eventually. Okay, last world in this pack, Halloween Town. And the plants are back! We also get to summon the most insulting card packs I pull from in this entire playthrough.
Oh no. Well, at least I got a level 5 wishing star, right? No, that one's the worst one. That's some bullshit. Premium Simba with a 1. Yeah, thanks, game. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, can you fucking stop that? I'm gonna need you to fucking back it up a little bit, game, because that's not okay.
We then get the Slight Gifted Miracle, which I don't use a single time, but we also learn Zantetsuken. This is a good one though, pretty hard to set up. It must be either 0 or 27. For the effort, you get to permanently break a card for the entire fight. No more reloading allowed for it. Doesn't matter if it hits or misses, and it can delete an entire stock of cards used in a slight. I do wish I knew that last part, but regardless, it's a powerful slight. But enough about things that are fun. It's time for pain, because Oogie Boogie is back. And rev up those fires, his boss fight still fucking sucks. All we have to do is break his cards enough that the gate blocking us is opened. Then we can beat his ass. Easy in theory, however, most of my cards are valued around 5 to 6. Oogie's cards are valued around 7 to 8. Not to mention most of my cards are premium and yeah, no, this was a pain in the ass. It might be a little self-inflicted, but the slow waiting is just as bad here as it was in Kingdom Hearts 1. We finally take him down after several attempts, making use of the Shadow card to increase our card's values.
Oh, thank God. That was horrible. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you guys. That was not fun. That was just really tedious.
We do get Oogie Boogie's card for this, which provides a regen effect. Nice, but nothing too crazy if you ask me. And now it's back to the castle, and Larxene is here to ruin Sora's entire day. She taunts Sora about discarding his memories to find the true memories before mocking him about the girl he forgot. From what Larxene's saying, she might even be here in the castle. You can save her, Sora!
And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her. Although...
I cannot imagine how bad it must feel to get kicked in the stomach that hard. He even knocks out the star charm that girl made for Sora too, and he finally remembers her name.
The memory has to be engraved somewhere deep inside your heart. Sora, you think carefully now.
Namine.
Congrats, Sora! Your prize? Larxene's gonna smash the only memory you have of her.
It'd serve you right if I decided to smash this piece of junk.
Let it go! Namine gave me this. It's very important to me.
This cutscene is fascinating because Sora is seldom this openly angry, not even against Ansem. It shows Larxene's excellent getting under Sora's skin about Namine that, up until now, Sora didn't even remember who she was. Which, again, There's a reason for that, but spoilers. After several floors of him stewing in this, slowly building up the frustration confusion, she rips it all out of him into the open. And now she's gonna try and rip my spine out.
10 seconds ago, you didn't even know what it was!
This is a rough one, because not only does Larxene have lots of high value cards, but she also has a Thunder boost and several zero cards. Even if I wasn't playing like absolute ass, this would still be a pretty hard fight, which is appropriate since Larxene is the halfway point in the game. I am screaming at my past self for not knowing about the premium cards and just dumping them all away in basic attacks like a moron.
She had a zero card. You fucking bitch. Guys, I think the further we get into the game, the more annoying these fights are gonna get overall. Goofy Tornado, go! Damn, son, alright.
I do get her, but you can tell I was at the end of my rope.
Blitz! Oh my god. I'm fighting for my fucking life out here, Jesus Christ.
This gives us Thunder, and it's just as busted here as it was in 1, though I don't get as many of them as Fire and Blizzard, so, you know. But Sora finally has Larxene on the back step, but only physically. Emotionally, he's not doing so hot.
You really are a hero. A heartless hero.
Who asked you?
I'm pretty sure he's about 5 seconds away from throwing hands. Before he can, Larxene throws him some more world cards and disappears, letting Sora stew in his frustration.
Be a good boy and say thanks. Ta-ta.
Wait, Larxene! Where are you? Don't you dare hide from me! Show yourself!
My poor boy is struggling.
Sora?
I hate this. Why'd I need someone like that to bring back Naminé's memory?
And it's about to get worse, because after Axel mocks Larxene, another organization member shows up. Vexen. Since Larxene, Axel, and unknown other guy have been shitting around with Sora, Vexen is here to take time away from his busy schedule to lend a hand, which Axel probably sees through as a way for Vexen to test his cool new thing. What is it?
I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
Ah, hell yeah, it's Moon Shoes! Okay, we're officially halfway through the castle, which means we should stop sucking ass, right? Unfortunately, no. Atlantica was the first world we went to in this new pack, and it fully broke me. There's a lot of enemies in each encounter, and you would think this be my sign to actually use slights. But no, like, for God's sake, I even stopped spamming Blizzaga. I don't know what the fuck was going through my head at this point. Maybe Larxene gave me brain damage, I don't know. I get 4 different slights on this floor, but the only one I actually used was the one I got from leveling, Sonic Blade. I can safely say it is good. Crazy, right? It's a little difficult to set up since it needs 3 types of attack cards and a value of 20 to 23, but it's worth it, especially on bosses, except the upcoming one, because we reached the boss that broke me, Ursula. This boss is a pain in the ass, even more so than Oogie Boogie. What we have to do is destroy Ursula's tentacles before we can attack her face and do real damage. This fucking sucks, especially because, well, the cards I brought are utter crap. I can tell I brought Gravity into this fight not because it was good, but because I remember the Gravity stop trick I did in 1. Must I remind you that Gravity sucks in this game? Do I have to say it? To my credit, I did bring Xantatsuken, but unfortunately Ursula doesn't use slights herself, so it's not helpful here. The best way to do this fight is to break the tentacles until Ursula comes close, then wail on her. Which, guess what? You can only hit her face. So only a few slights work on her, and even during normal attacks, sometimes you just can't fucking reach her. Thank you, Squeenix. Yes, good, yes! Now the gimmick card does stun her onto the ground, so that helps, but you're praying RNG for that bitch to drop. This sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But after struggling against this for ages and seeing this unskippable pre-boss cutscene 3 different times,
There's no way you're taking part.
we finally win.
Come on. Oh, thank God. Well, that was miserable. Just gonna say it, that sucked.
At least for a little while, because Riku's here now.
What are you doing here?
Not happy to see me? Let me know if I'm getting in the way. You know, of something that's more important.
Looks like the Dark World drained Riku of all that character development he went through. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but still. Here Riku starts gaslighting Sora, saying it's all his fault Naminé left the islands and that Naminé doesn't want to see him again. This tactic should seem very familiar to someone else Sora was dealing with.
Did I do something? Is it my fault? Riku.
Go home, Sora. I'll care for Naminé. Anyone who goes near her goes through me!
Sora unfortunately falls for it and begs Riku to stop attacking him, but he won't, because he's our next boss, and oh my god. Oh yeah, you thought I was making Ursula sound bad? Holy shit, it's only worse from here. Riku's got big cards, several zeros, an elixir, and even has a fucking shadow card to increase all of his card values until he reloads twice. And did I mention that his card deck is gigantic? Ursula was one thing, but Riku really fucked me up. All of his attacks come out just as quickly as Sora's does. So if you're close to Riku and he decides to card break you, well, I just hope your new hideous super bone heals soon. Oh, and did I mention he can stun you? Awesome. But you know who was there for me in my hour of darkness? The man that answered my call of sorrow. Our fucking goat, Goofy. His slight, Goofy Tornado, does an absurd amount of damage. I don't know what he's been eating or what workout routine he has, but my god, it is working. Not only that, but there's also the one with Donald called Wild Crush, and it is just as good. Use these slights when you get them. My man Goofy is amazing and he beats the shit out of children with no remorse. Mostly. I have to finish Riku myself, which still gets really close.
Oh, alright. Jesus Christ, I had to try really hard at the end there, boys. But we got him.
After the struggle, we do get Arrow. It now acts as an AoE around Sora, which is pretty nice if I used it in the right spots. I didn't actually use it a single time, though. As for Riku, well, he runs off. Sora chases him upstairs, and yes, Sora's not doing so well. Sora is crushed. He's losing his memories, he already feels bad about forgetting Naminé, and now Riku comes in and not only drives that deeper, but then he acts like he did when Ansem was possessing him. Hal feels like he's lost his friends again. And what does the gang do to help him? Well, Jiminy does logic it out, which is nice. It's the follow-up he and the rest of the gang have that's not great.
But Sora, instead of being sad, we have to figure out a way to help Riku get his memory back. If we all work together, why, we're sure to get you through this. No need to mow.
Jiminy's right. You shouldn't push your friends away.
Yeah. Okay.
Sora, do you remember our very first promise?
Huh?
Always smile. We promise to never forget to keep smiling.
You're right.
This might possibly be the worst well-intentioned support I've ever seen. Just telling Sora, after all of this, to effectively suck it up and smile. Like, it's not a we'll figure this out together or anything, just be positive, always. Sora is suffering, and he's effectively being told to push it down by his friends. And he might be putting on a brave front, but you can tell it's not going to last just from his tone and body language. Someone give my boy a hug, please. But that's where the stream ended, and with it, my lack of understanding how to deck build. For you see, I watched a video for how to deck build. I would credit that person that made it, but I honest to God cannot find it again. I am so sorry about that. But now, our deck looks like this. It's full of blizzards and fires, ready to blow up anything we come across in a random encounter. Because unlike before, now I'm going to spam slights, like I always should have been doing. I even did some grinding off camera and I was able to learn Lethal Frame. I unfortunately didn't know where stop was, which was in the first bounty in Wonderland. Oops. but it is the perfect time to show off my new skills because I go to the 100 Acre Wood, which is full of minigames that don't require fight. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, kind of bad timing to show off the new deck right when it doesn't matter. But it's not all bad because by doing these minigames, we get access to a bunch of new slights and some new items. The best of the slights we learn probably goes to Firaga Burst. It sends out a massive AoE of fireballs, though it stays in one spot and takes a while to come out, so it's not perfect. But we also get a Mega Ether, which not only instantly reloads our magic cards, but also resets our reload counter to 1. And then there's the last minigame here. You have to defend Pooh from a bunch of bees, which wouldn't be so bad were it not for the fact that you're given a deck, and it's not good.
I gotta kill this many fucking bees in this short a time with this shitty deck? What the fuck is this?
I think I hate bees now. Luckily for all of this bullshit, we do get an Elixir card, which is one of the best item cards in the game. It not only reloads both attack and magic cards, but also reloads cards that are normally unreloadable. The only other item card that beats this is the Mega Elixir, but that's much later. I highly recommend putting this in your decks. But for finishing the world, we also get Bambi. And while his level 3 version can stun enemies, most of the bosses are resistant to that, and since he doesn't spawn MP gifts like he did in 1, because we can't spam magic like that, he's not as good, sadly. But we finally caught up to Riku again, and he is once again here to shame Sora about coming to save him and forgetting everyone else on the island.
You can have those losers. Already forgot him.
That's enough.
What about you, Sora? Do you actually remember what they all look like?
Of course I remember.
It's okay, Sora. Squinks also forgot about the other island trio. He does remember one thing, his rivalry with Riku. And by God, if he doesn't remember, then he's gonna beat the memories into Riku.
I think I'll jog your memory.
Go ahead and try.
Now we get to show off the new magic deck. It's pretty good. Even from this, you can tell the deck is way better than before. I ultimately still lose, since Riku's second fight is just as difficult as the first, but with more slights he can use now. Then decide to change up my deck to focus on spamming Sonic Blade. I, however, forgot midway through how Sonic Blade works, and yeah.
Oh, that one didn't count. That's great.
The craziest part is that I still win. Despite me royally fucking up how I wanted to make my deck, I still clutched it against Riku.
God help you if I can hit you a second time, you son of a bitch. There we go. Now, I struggled, but that was so much easier than the last time we did this.
Sora begs Riku to stop, but Riku runs off after bragging about not being able to remember. What?
You can fight me all you want, but I still won't remember a thing.
Why are you saying that like it's bragging rights? What the fuck are you talking about?
This scene and my reaction continues to make me laugh every time I rewatch it. The funny as it is, it's actually kind of foreshadowing in a weird way. But ooh, we get to see the girl in white again. And that's actually Naminé.
Does it hurt, Naminé? Watching your two childhood friends fight, all because of you. You have my sympathies from the heart.
And Axel just casually reveals that the two of them are nobodies, as in those beings Ansem mentioned in his notes that we read at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. It's so quickly and casually dropped here, I feel like it's possible to just fly over your head how important that reveal is if you're not aware of the context. And then we go back to Sora. He's still determined to help Riku, but also Naminé. After all, the three of them play on the islands all the time. There's no one else there, right? Right? Let's not worry about it. Neverland time, which instantly gives us Glide, and I can finally show off my new magic deck. See, isn't this better than struggling against literally every single fight? We do eventually get the pirate enemy card, which, you know what, let me just show you my live reaction to see how I feel about it.
Is all values of all cards to change the value of all cards to 0. Why? What the fuck? It's not helpful for anyone. Like, hey bro, I heard you want to get nothing done for the past 2 minutes. Here you go.
I think you could use this to make everything do a Zantetsuken Slight, but that's about it. And it's around now I fixed my fucking boss deck, so let me give you the proper rundown of how it works. See, not only do we want to spam slights, but we also want to make sure the first reload we do will have slights ready again immediately, so we don't waste time shuffling cards. So what you want to do is have the row be a slight, and then the second and third card should also be making a slight with the cards below it. It should look like this, kind of a repeating L shape going down the middle and right sides of the deck. And with the deck prepared, we run into Captain Hook, except I forgot to swap out my decks. That, however, did not matter.
No one makes a fool out of Joseph Joestar. Captain Hook is not like Joseph at all, come on now. Sora Blast. One sec. Alright, I'm ready. Alright, good fight, bro. good fight, Hook.
I banish you, Captain Hook, to the depths of my deck. You might give me second chance, but I won't need it if I just kill whoever's trying to kill me. We also learned the Slight Tornado from this level up, and I'm telling you right now, this one's kinda nuts. Finally, gravity has a use. It's real, it can be used, and it's not garbage. We also get Tinkerbell for that sweet HP regen effect. This isn't as helpful because it stops us from attacking, and I require blood. Anyways, we're back in the castle. No Riku this time. I wonder if he's doing okay. Well, cutting to the evil gang. They're infighting. Turns out the Riku we've been fighting was a replica made by Vexen. So that's why he's acting like such a prick. And also explains why him being proud about not remembering things makes a little more sense. It's still really silly though. Though it's not the silliest thing he says. Larksy and Axel are currently making fun of Vexen since his Riku hasn't stopped Sora.
He's hiding somewhere to lure Sora deeper into the castle, right? I suppose we should just leave it at that, you know.
Aha! Oh, I see now. I would have never guessed that. So sorry, Vexen.
Silence!
And now we finally get to see that guy who lured us into the castle, Marluxia. Even Marluxia lays into Vexen, causing him to try and pull rank on Marluxia.
Vexen, the simple fact is that your project was a failure. You'd best not disappoint us again.
Disappoint you? You go too far! In this organization, you're number 11. I'm number 4, and I will not have you!
It does not work. Vexen's even reminded by everyone else in the room that if he defies Marluxia, he'll be branded as a traitor by the organization and disposed of. The irony of that being said by one of several traitors in the room is not lost on me. After all of this taunting, Vexen goes bet and wants to prove that he can really do it. Marluxia wants to see the receipts of this bet and lets Vexen go make an ass of himself again.
None of us wish to be suspicious of a comrade.
Your insincerity is comforting.
You give a challenge like that to Vexen and he'll seriously want to eliminate Sora.
Marluxia then walks over to Namine, and the fact that she's trying not to look at him and then physically recoils when he touches her shoulder, it's a call Judge from Ready or Not right fucking now.
No way, cocksucker.
Marluxia then implies that Sora's about to be killed, but Sora made a promise to save Namine after all. But you can tell from Marluxia's tone, it's clearly an order he's giving her. Namine doesn't even look Marluxia in the eye when she agrees to all this. Back to Sora, and what a surprise, he now remembers the promise he made to protect Namine no matter what. Strange how that works, isn't it? Now it's time for Hollow Bastion. Despite this being an original world for Kingdom Hearts, the story here focuses on Belle and Beast, so we can also skip it. We do get Reflect Raid from the Room of Awards. I have mixed feelings on it. It does make Keyblades fly everywhere when you hit things, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. At least it didn't feel like it to me. It is fun to watch though. I also switched out my Sonic Blade strat for spamming Blitz instead, since a lot of enemies in Hollow Bastion fly around. And if you miss once, Sonic Blade ends, so it's pretty bad here. Blitz was able to hit them far more consistently. And making our way through, we get to Dragon Maleficent, and I was worried that I would need to swap my deck out from Blitz spam. Instead, we just blitzed her to death.
Yeah, Sora Gaming. Sora Gaming.
She really just stood there and took it like a Chad. I gotta respect that. We do get her card, which gives us 50% more attack power at the cost of 50% slower reloads. Of course, you can just work around that if you have items to restore your attack, since it only lasts for 30 attacks. I sadly didn't think of that until writing this. Hindsight's a bitch. Just like Vexen is. And he comes out swinging by revealing he was the one that brought Riku to Sora, which is why Riku's been acting like such a fucking shithead. Sora demands some answers, but Vexen goes nuh-uh like the cockroach he is.
After all, why trouble you in your final hour?
Alright, Vexen. He's got nothing we haven't seen before. He's got big numbers, big slights, a boost in his ice attacks, and zeros. I, however, was severely lacking in zeros, as in I literally had no zeros in my Blitz spam deck.
Yeah, I think we're probably cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh.
Switching back over to our Sonic Blade spam deck and actually having zero cards, Vexen is reminded that this is a single-player game.
Did I? Oh no, I have zeros in this.
Never forget that stun locking an enemy doesn't let them play cards or slights. There's a few close calls, but really, Vexen's a bitch now that I have gameplay knowledge. But Vexen goes, I was merely pretending to be bad, and pulls out a cool new world card from Sora's memories. Except we've never been to that place. Apparently it's memories from the other side. So what, heaven? Hell? Detroit? We'll never know, because just like all organization members, he fucks off. We do learn the slight freeze, though. I didn't use it, but upon reading up on it, I think I slept on it. I'm not sure how many enemies and bosses can be frozen, but it does sound like it'd be fun to abuse. But how's the organization gang doing? Well, they saw Vexen fighting Sora, so Axel's being coy about what he should do. Really rubbing it into Marluxia's face what he wants him to say.
Haven't a clue, really. Maybe you could spell it out for me.
Vexen has clearly committed a treasonous act against the organization. You must eliminate the traitor.
No taking that back later.
That's right, baby, we're backstabbing Vexen. Looks like someone was invited to the overthrow of the organization party. What's interesting about this scene is that Axel's making a big show about Marluxia should do, but according to a secret report in 358 days, which is one of the later games, yes, we are already at that point in the series, Marluxia was actually suspicious about Axel wanting to deal with Vexen. The man almost realized Axel was playing him, and I feel like this scene is far more interesting with that context. It's like Axel is goading Marluxia into giving him the order to draw attention away from himself. Marluxia gets to dispose of Vexen, and Axel gets a little more freedom before being discovered. I love these interactions, even if they are short. But after I finally figured out where Stop was, it's time for the first of the final worlds. We're here in Twilight Town, wherever the fuck this place is. No one knows where the hell this is, since it's not from anyone's memories. But Sora does remember something. The promise he made to Naminé and the good luck charm she gave him. While he's all wrapped up in this memory, Naminé can be seen behind him, regretting what she's done to him. And no one around Sora is aware of this because of Castle Oblivion. This place sucks, I want to go home. Luckily, getting through Twilight Town is pretty easy. Fights are a little long, but they aren't that bad. Thanks, Magic Span Deck. But then we get to this big mansion. Sora feels like he's been here before. Not like a memory he's had with Naminé, but the feeling like he's explored Twilight Town before. But before we can question this further, Vexen shows up. Oh boy, here we go trolling Sora again. Vexen asks Sora which of his memories are real, the ones of Naminé or the ones of Twilight Town. Sora answers,
Naminé, of course.
Poorly, which only leads Vexen to dig even farther, saying those memories are of the other side of his heart. Unfortunately for Sora, this isn't the only thing Vexen says.
You're wrong. I don't know this place.
If you remain bound by the chain of memories and refuse to believe what is truly found inside your heart, then throw it away. You are not a Keyblade master, just a slave to twisted memories. Yes, exactly like my Riku. Your existence is worth nothing!
Like your Riku? Worth nothing? That's enough! You're the one who changed Riku! Every word you've said is a lie!
This outburst is exactly what Vexen wanted. To see Sora dig his heels in even further and confront him. It's exactly what he needs. Not so much for larger plans, but to make Sora blinded by rage for his second fight. And, I think it worked. Vexen's second fight is a nightmare. Easily one of the hardest fights in the game. He has tons of 8s and 9s in his deck, 0s, and will spam his Ice Needle Slight any chance he gets. And since I didn't think to use my item cards and slights so that he couldn't break them easily, I got my ass handed to me due to my lack of cards. A lot. Remember how the AI can shuffle cards faster than you? Watch this.
Oh, of course! The one frame reaction with a 0. That's AI for you. Very fair and balanced. Yep. Nope, this is a lot of fun with the AI. No, this is great.
I know this was part of me being focused and healing on myself, but come on now. What's also incredibly obnoxious about this fight is that Vexen can actually guard, which I know seems like an idiotic thing to say. He's fighting with a fucking shield, for God's sake. But after doing card combat for 12 hours, and having your entire defense and offense revolve around numbers instead of blocking, well, the game had just melted my brain and made me forget how to play Kingdom Hearts normally. I just could not fathom him being able to do this. Moving on, we kept to the Sonic Blade strategy, plus some uses of Goofy whenever he was available. We also kept some zeros on hand to break his big slice, though I wish I popped Zank Tetsuken. It might have helped a little bit, since it would have taken out a lot of his big cards. Though he does have an elixir available, so who knows, it might have just reloaded them anyway. I don't know how this works for enemies.
Can I, get a moment here, dude? Wow, fucking instantly, huh? Alright, no, come here. Oh my god. I've never wanted to give somebody a wedgie so fucking bad in my life, but good job, Vexen, you did it.
We got Vexen eventually, but it came down to the fucking wire.
Gotcha, bitch! I can't believe that worked. That worked? Oh my god, that shouldn't have worked. I shouldn't have won that. Oh well. Sucks to suck, Vexen.
Sweet Jesus, that was close. For our struggles, we do get Vexen's card, which gives us auto life. Very nice. And we level up and get the slight Ars Arcanum. It's pretty difficult to use since we need to have a value of 1 to 6. Yes, 1 to 6. But its main weakness is actually that during the last 6 hits, it's very easy for the enemy to break out of your attack string. It pretty much requires you to use Attack Bracer. And with this defeat, Vexen begins to spill all of the beans to Sora. How Riku's doomed and that Sora's also doomed. He keeps pursuing Naminé. Yet before he can get much further...
Marluxia? What does Naminé have to do with... Ugh.
That's right, Axel's here now to stop Vexen from spoiling Marluxia's plans. Can't have that now, can we?
But now you can be nothing instead of just being a nobody. You're off the hook.
No! Please don't! I don't want to...
Goodbye.
What are you? What are you people?
Sora's reaction to this is great. I love the expression of pure shock, followed by him demanding an answer from the man that just killed one of his own comrades. Sora's seen some shit, let's not deny that, but this is completely different from what Maleficent and Ansem would do. Your organization, whoever they are, do not screw around and are totally merciless to even their own. And Axel, who takes a second to respond, can barely look Sora in the eyes when he does this.
Don't know. I wonder about that myself.
Makes me wonder if everything Axel was saying before he blasted Vexen into the future was just to hype himself up to go through with it. I know he had to because basically he guided Marluxia to doing this, but still. Again, another solid scene in my opinion. Just wish I didn't have to get turned into a Sora-shaped ice cube like 5 different times to get here. But we're already done with Twilight Town. Yeah, the first few worlds are pretty quick. Kinda nuts, actually. And in the castle, Marluxia and Larxene congratulate Axel on passing the willing to kill another organization member test. Congratulations! Now you can join the gang for the big coup and use Sora and Naminé to take over the organization. Marluxia and Larxene start threatening Naminé to continue messing with Sora's memories to make him their perfect little puppet. However, you know who isn't doing that? Axel. It's almost like he doesn't want to abuse a child. As for Naminé, well, she's really not doing great.
Even if you come for me, what then?
She's going through a lot of interpersonal turmoil, and it shows in just a few lines she says and her gripping the sketchbook tighter. And as for Sora, Riku's come to greet him again. Even though Vexen's gone, Riku's still going to protect Naminé. After all, they made a promise when they were kids. A promise and story that sounds identical to the one Sora remembers.
If a shooting star comes this way, I will protect you.
You made a promise with a toy sword.
What? How do you know about that?
Sora even pulls out the good luck charm Naminé made for him. Yet right as Riku is about to freak out, he gets the Wumbo headache and pulls out his good luck charm from Naminé.
That must be a fake. I've got the real one right here.
Two of them?
With the declaration that all fakes need to be destroyed, it's time to fight Riku. Again. And he's far easier to deal with than Vexen. I just straight up bully him in this fight.
You fucking fool. Right in the face. Alright. Pop this bad boy. Back to Sonic Blade. This is so much easier than Vexen. What the fuck is this? Get dunked on. That was so much easier.
After getting humiliated that badly, Riku runs off again, dropping his good luck charm. You fucking dumbass. Didn't you want to protect that? We take it and... Oh hey, look at that! As Sora goes upstairs, Donald and Goofy stop him. Sora's been acting strangely since he's gotten to the castle. He's been obsessive about Naminé. Didn't even know who she was until he got there, so why does he care about her so much? However, when he's asked to slow down and think about it, Sora responds like this.
Think ahead? What is the matter with you guys? Do you want me to abandon her?
No, that's not it.
Then do whatever you want. You can lay back and take a nap for all I care. I'm going to find Naminé.
Sora explodes, letting out all of his anger onto the pair, accusing them of leaving Naminé behind. Obviously, that's not what they mean at all. They'll still go save one of Sora's friends, but they're concerned about him. But Sora's emotions and memories are so compromised that he can't even see that. And with everything happening in such rapid succession, Sora's barely been given time to process what's been going on, resulting in him lashing out. He even screams at Jiminy, which, I mean, that's justified, but it shows how stressed he is. Then we have Axel and Naminé hanging out. Points out that Naminé is the only one that can fix what's happening to Sora, but she's trapped in this room, guarded by Axel. Except, Axel doesn't give a shit about guarding Naminé.
Say, Naminé, have you noticed Marluxia doesn't seem to be around?
What are you saying?
Just that there's no one here who would want to get in your way. Just make it count.
Finally, someone's nice to Naminé. You can see the light return her eyes the moment Axel lets her leave. Then there's Axel himself. His remark about enjoying this is interesting because, well, he's a nobody, a being without a heart. He can't feel emotions, and yet in this very moment, he is. All because of Sora. Must be one hell of a thing for him to finally feel joy again after not experiencing it for such a long time. And now it's time to face Sora's memories by going back to the Destiny Islands. We even get to see Selphie, Tidus, and Wakka. Squeenix remembered them, though since Sora's acting weird, they let him go see her. Do they mean Naminé or someone else? Ooh. Even Riku's vague about it, though he's fake memory Riku, so what does he know about anything? Not much to talk about here, except we get the rewards card, and it's great, but we have to go through this fucking door, and it looks like this.
33? Was someone on the team just obsessed with the number 3?
It is worth it though because we get the Mega Elixir unlocked. Best item card in the game, this bad boy able to recover all of your cards, including the unreloadable ones. And it resets your reload counter. Too bad it dropped with a value of 1, but it's fine. And now it's time to fight Darkseid again. That's right, he's back again for his union-required beating, this time with the flavor of magic.
What the fuck? Okay. You know, you could have just as easily had him, like, lean down, but whatever. Oh my. Wait, I think we might be okay. This is probably why they give enemies so much fire resistance. Yeah, fun fact, all of the bosses in this game have they take 0.5 and damage from both ice and fire. And yet, I could fight, bro. Absolutely clapped. Alright.
This gives us Darkseid's card, which lets you copy your opponent's card. I know damn well this card is nuts, but it also has a cost of 99, so yeah. Let's not worry about that now. Sora's here to save you, Naminé. Except...
Naminé!
Sora, you really came for me.
It's you! It's really you! I've been through so much just to see you.
Yes, I wanted to see you too, but this isn't right. I messed up.
And seeing the person she viewed as her hero, she sees what she's done to him and finally begins to shatter the illusion she's created for him. She does care for Sora and does want him to save her, but not like this.
I'm not supposed to be in this picture. That's true.
Naminé?
That isn't me. I'm not there.
Watching him struggle to understand what's going on, how the two of them were so close in his memories, it crushes her. Even when she's trying to help Sora remember the person that Naminé has replaced in his memories, she's smiling, but her eyes don't lie. To face the harm she's caused Sora head on, it hurts. But she has to do this. Like Axel said, she's the only one that can make this right, so even if it hurts, it's something she needs to do. So, she finally exhumes the memories of someone special she's tried so hard to replace.
Think, Sora. Think just one more time. About who's most special to you.
Who's most special to me? That's an easy one. It's you, Naminé.
And continuing the conversation in Castle Oblivion, Sora asks Naminé who's the girl he forgot about and why he can't remember her. But before he can get an answer, Riku's back! That's right, he's here for one final rematch. He might beat me the first time, but then I realized something. He's vulnerable to being stunned. So, I prepped my deck with Strike Raid followed by Ars Arcanum. The preceding footage should show you why I spammed Ars Arcanum until the very end of the game.
Alright, and then pop this so he can't get out, and then here we go. Alright, that's half his health gone in one go. Are you fucking ready, you motherfucker? I don't think you are, Riku. And there's the 0, because of course. And now you die. Or not. I'm glad he can just break out of that shit. Anyways, die. Bye-bye. Stop, he's already dead. He's not dead enough. Naminé, resurrect him so I can kill him again. And make him forget about the fight so I can kick his ass a second time.
God, I love big damage. This gives us Replica Riku's card, or Riku Replica, I don't fucking know, it doesn't matter. This lets cards that are used in Slice still be available for reloading. Not a bad idea if you want to free up some points for other cards instead of items. Unfortunately, Riku's a sore loser and was faking being defeated.
Want some more?
Sora!
And since he won't listen, this forces Naminé to use power word kill.
I said stop!
Okay, he's not dead. In fact, Larxene comes in to tell us Naminé quite literally broke Riku's heart. In fact, this is where Sora gets to learn that that's just a replica. I mean, we've known for a while, but, you know, it's important for him.
Oh, what to do?
Quit the games!
But now we finally learn Naminé has the ability to alter and create memories. That's what she was ordered to do for both Sora and Replica Riku. And since Larxene has discovered that Axel betrayed them with Naminé, well, it's time to just fucking kill Sora. But Naminé's here to save the day.
Don't!
Huh? It's a little late for the witch to grow a conscience. I should tell you that I'm in an extremely foul mood. Thanks to you, all our plans are ruined!
I'm sure I don't need to say it, but Larxene has no regard for people around her, treating everyone like her toys. Makes me wonder if she just joined the coup because she thought it'd be more entertaining. There's not much else to dig into her because I'm gonna be honest, she's pretty shallow. I know y'all simps don't want to hear this, but like, what else am I supposed to say about her? She ain't got no character here, she's just a big bitch. But back to our confrontation, she taunts Sora even more, saying that he shouldn't care about Naminé since his promise to her wasn't even real. But Sora, of course, still wants to protect Naminé, real promise or not. Though considering Larxene shattered about 13 of his ribs, I don't think he's in a position to do much.
You're going down alone!
But that's why the goats are here to save the day! It's not two Goofies, though, unfortunately. It's just Donald and Goofy. Of course they wouldn't leave Sora. What are you, fucking stupid?
Okay. Have it your way. More pain for you means more fun for me!
It's time to fight Larxene. Unfortunately for her, I perfected my strike rate Ars Arcanum combo.
Prepare the Ars Arcanum. You got it, chat. No, I don't think so, Larxene. Yeah, this is a fair and balanced fight. Okay. That's how you want. That's how you're gonna get it. It's Morbin time. Bye-bye. Get dunked on. My god, Ars Arcanum does a lot of damage, doesn't it?
We get her card, which increases our running speed for 15 cards? But why? Well, at least we beat her. Rip and piss, you won't be missed. With Larxene gone, it's finally time for Naminé to come clean to Sora about what's been going on. She's been replacing Sora's memories with fake ones. Sora's memory of Naminé? The memory of his promise to her? His big-ass clown shoes? No, those are still pretty real. Naminé is the reason we've been losing our memories as we have sent at Castle Oblivion, not the location itself. That was But if we can get to the 13th floor, Naminé will be able to fix our memories. Our chain of memories, even? Naminé had done this all because of Marluxia's manipulations, since he threatened to lock her in Castle Oblivion forever if she didn't do what he said. Yet, despite all of this, Sora's still going to help her. That's just the kind of boy he is.
It's like this. I'm really not happy about you messing with my memories. But, you know, I can't really get mad at you for it either. Naminé, if you cry now, I'll feel guilty, like I let you down.
Naminé saying she doesn't deserve help breaks my heart. Obviously, it's because of her guilt from changing Sora's memories, but it's more than that. It also stems from the abuse she received from Marluxia and the other organization members. And because of this abuse, she views herself as undeserving of happiness. Thank God our boy Sora is here to help. Speaking of, Sora and the duo try to remember who they forgot on the islands. Spoilers, it's Kairi. But they decide to make a promise that they'll always be friends. And now it's time to get through the final floor of Castle Oblivion. This floor is fucking huge.
So, oh my god. Square, what the fuck?
And not only is this floor huge, but it also comes with the most fun enemy, wizards. You know, those heartless that are completely immune to magic.
Oh, and of course, there has to be a wizard on this floor, because God is dead.
Yes, I too really want every single encounter on this floor to take twice as long as it normally should. Thank you, Squeenix. Well, we're here nearing the end of the game. Let's talk about our boy Sora. Sora's flaws are highlighted in this game amazingly. Like back when he remembered Naminé, he felt so bad for getting one of his friends, even if they were false memories, because he cares so deeply for those around him. And Sora is easily manipulated by people because of these false memories. Because to him, even if the memory is fake, the feelings he had of friendship were real to him. It reminds me of that one poor fucker in Ghost in the Shell who had his memories changed to believe he had a wife and kids, but he didn't. He was single. Sora's in a similar position in this game, but with Naminé instead. Larxene digs into him about it, the replica Riku even uses the rivalry Sora had against him. All of this deepening his feelings towards Naminé, making it so he would stop at nothing to save her, which is exactly what Marluxia wants. Sora is a good boy, but his good boy nature to save those close to him can make him a puppet of the organization or anyone else that wants to manipulate him. And on top of that, Sora is not given a whole lot of time to process any of what's going on, leading him to get frustrated and lash out like we saw earlier, which is just fascinating to watch. Aside from 3, which is all the way at the end of the series, I don't think we ever see Sora have a breakdown like this again. And I think this is mainly because of Donald and Goofy. The two of them mean well, but most of the time when Sora isn't doing well, they continue to tell him to push his negative emotions down. Best example of this is right after Sora dealt with Replica Riku for the first time. He's completely heartbroken, and what did Donald and Goofy say? No being sad, only smile. It comes from a good place, but that's the least fucking helpful thing they could have said. And if Sora realizes it or not, he is internalizing that he needs to repress his emotions and always be at least appear to be happy, if not for himself, but for those around him. And trust me, we'll be seeing the culmination of that in the series. But back to the game, we open the room of rewards and get Super Glide. Only cost me like my life savings, but we got it. We also got the Trinity limit for entering the floor, and since it doesn't eat up everyone's mana and does neutral damage instead of percentage like in the last game, I'd say it's actually worth it. You are at the whims of RNG if the cards for Donald and Goofy actually drop though. Most of this floor was me just spamming Sonic Blade and Tornado. Oh, but what's this? Halfway through looks like Axel's finally making his move.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor. I always follow orders, Marluxia.
I'll be right there, Axel. I just gotta... While I'm sorting through my cards, Axel and Marluxia are fighting.
The organization's betrayed. In that name, I will annihilate you.
That line's not you.
Well, had to try it once, you know.
Bursting in the room, Sora doesn't know what's going on, but he's here to beat someone's ass. Marluxia then has Sora fight Axel first, using Naminé as a shield, because by God, if he's gonna go, he's gonna get a little more abuse on Naminé before he does. Sora is fully determined to beat both of their asses eventually, but Axel comes first.
Now, Sora, we've got more in common than you might think. I'd really rather not fight you. But I can't dishonor the organization, now can I?
Axel's second fight goes just like the others so far. Well, almost. Remember when I said premium cards can't be reloaded normally? Wouldn't it be a shame if all of my Zero cards were premium? Wouldn't that just suck ass? Wouldn't that just be downright horrible? Where are my Zeros? Where did they go? What? They're supposed to be there. What the fuck? I didn't use them in a slight. Where'd they go? Bullshit. Yeah, I was not happy about this, especially since, let me reiterate, the game doesn't tell you how premium cards work. Run it back. We beat Axel in the second attempt.
He just smack you for 40% HP with that? Yeah, welcome to bosses in Kingdom Hearts. Enjoy your stay. Or don't, because you're dead. In that case... being a real pain in my ass, you know that, buddy? Stop it. I was waiting for that, you sack of shit. Alright, time to die. I still got the effect off Axel, I win. Strike raid. Okay, strike raid. Die. Oh boy, okay, he really made me fight for that. Jesus.
This gives us his card, which lets us use cards while we're being hit. Great for breaking out of attacks, which is what I would say were not for the upcoming boss fights, which... well, you'll see. Oh, you'll see. But Axel fades away after being frustratingly vague.
Sorry, I would hate to kill the suspense.
Axel!
Bye, Axel. Time for us to leave the floor and hit the penthouse suite by going all the way across the map. Until I was getting really sick of this game from my reaction to seeing the floor exit.
Okay, I probably walked one room. Oh.
Let me out. Let me out.
Marluxia, I'm gonna kick your ass. Come here.
Even though he's cornered, Marluxia has one last trick up his ass.
Nominate. Erase Sora's memory.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. And look, Sora, I love you, buddy. I really do. But if you have literally no memories, I'm not sure the power of friendship could help you much.
Your heart will no longer be able to feel or to care. Just like Vexen's pathetic imitation of your Riku.
Take another guess.
Luckily, the power of forced friendship saves the day. That's right, baby. Replica Riku is here to save the day. Because even though Nominate erased his memories, he still remembered his promise to Nominate. Even if it's fake, he's fake too, so fuck it, we ball. Marluxia is not pleased with the power of friendship hour.
Imbeciles. You would knowingly shackle your heart with a chain of memories born of lies? You would be one who has a heart, yet cast aside your heart's freedom? You turn from the truth because your heart is weak. You will never defeat me!
Alright, Marluxia's first fight. Well, on my first attempt I was using the wrong deck, but I was able to humiliate him a little bit.
Can I spin him? Yes! 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 I don't care if I die. You can't kill me in a way that matters.
This is a scary fight because the man uses a single card and does all this shit. He also loves to teleport, and he has the double sleight effect, which lets him use sleights twice in a row. Bring your 0 cards, for the love of God. I am still screaming at myself for not using Santitsuken at this. Like, just god damn it. I really wish I used Santitsuken more. Like, now that I know how it works, I am fucking dying that I didn't use it at all. This fight took me 4 attempts to beat, and I was crashing out during the 3rd.
Oh god! God damn it! I fumbled. Oh, it was still going. Alright, well, this run's dead, guys. Alright, great.
Ironically, this isn't even the worst this game and made me crash out. You're gonna see that soon. The best advice I can give is that if you get sucked in one of these tornadoes, you can still play cards while in them. You don't need Axel's card for it. Just hit him back. But 4 is the number of death, and that's what we do to Marluxia.
Oh, thank God. I didn't even fucking see him. Thanks, lock-on system. I think we got him this time. Oh yeah, that just breaks everything, huh? That's... seems legit to me. Come here. Take your lumps. Oh...
We do get Marluxia's card, which gives us the double sleight ability. Absolutely busted card. Too bad my strategy revolved around spamming Ars Arcanum, so yeah. But that wasn't the real Marluxia. He was just pretending to lose. Didn't we already do this? Sora asked Riku to stay here, and it's time for the final battle.
Soon the emptiness will shatter your heart. Here in this world of nothingness.
Damn, he's gone big mode. This phase of the fight fucking sucks. It's not because of attacks, but because, despite his size, Marluxia has teeny tiny hitboxes. So, Strike Rate into Ars Arcanum will no longer work.
Yay. So it's gonna be like that, huh?
Alright, time to bust out the magic spam. No one got my back, I know Blizzard and Fire got my back. Can I get an amen? Oh, but I forgot to mention that we're not even allowed to see what cards Marluxia's going for. That's right, the final boss is just straight up cheating. Love to see it. Unfortunately for him, I am very stubborn, and I will beat his ass.
God, and then he fucks off into space for about 20 minutes. Get down here! No. It's just so much easier. You can't escape the big damage, Marluxia. Watch this. Marluxia, I'm gonna be real. I don't want to scream. I want to play a better video game. Got it. Yeah. That's all we gotta do, baby. Just Blizzaga and Firaga spam. We did it.
Second phase time. This one is sort of better. He's still hiding his hand like a bitch, but at least his attacks have more wind-up. At least his basic ones do. Marluxia apparently stole Stephen King's cocaine supply from the 80s because look how fucking fast he can make slides. What the fuck is this? He's also able to knock the cards out of your hands, which is absolutely ass. Though there is a boss that can do that far later in the series, and it's... Oh, I don't even want to think about that right now. The worst of Marluxia's slights is Doom. You have 18 seconds to break all the cards Marluxia throws at you. I know there's a big 6 above Sora's head, but it's 18 seconds. Now, I don't hate the concept for this attack. I think it's good testing your card breaking skills under pressure. The part I don't like is that all the cards you use to break Doom are gone until you reload. Which, sure, Marluxia gives you a little time to reload afterwards, but it still ruins the flow of the fight. Even in this game where the flow is slow, this just kills it halfway through, and it feels like I'm being forced to reload my deck. It's not great is what I'm saying. Oh, and just one more thing. Doom shoves you all the way to the other side of the field. You know, away from Marluxia. That's cool. And he has another sleight that pushes you away too. Did no one have any good ideas for moves here? Or just resorting to extending the duration of the fight by making the player cross the room multiple times? That's just fucking great. Marluxia's lucky I didn't remember how to use that one sleight that has us use Goofy as a battering ram. That'd fucking show him. But despite all of his struggles, Marluxia ends up in the graveyard, just like his cards. Blue Eyes White Dragon wins again, jackass.
When you see the devil, tell him I'm coming for him next. Oh my god. But he is a gamer. That was the worst experience ever.
With this defeat, we lock Marluxia in gay baby jail forever.
Yeah, see you later, fuckface. You just get to stay in there and be cringe forever.
Replica Riku is about to wander off since he's in the middle of an existential crisis, but Sora believes in him. Even if he's not Riku, he's still his own person. That's all that matters.
You are you, and nobody else. You have your own heart inside you. Those feelings and memories are yours, and yours alone. They're special.
But Replica Riku just can't see that himself. He knows Sora's feelings are genuine, but he has to find the answers himself. So he goes to seek them out. Now it's just Naminé and the gang, and she says she can fix everyone's memories. Except since memories are linked together with a chain even, she has to undo the memories she's created in Sora to fix his original memories. However, that will result in everyone forgetting what happened here, including what we did for Naminé. So, she gives Sora a choice, either stay as he is, or go back to his old self.
You can lose your memories of this castle and reclaim your old ones. Or keep your memories here and give up the memories that you've lost.
Do I have to choose?
Yes.
Make me like I was.
Oh, okay. Nobody needs to keep a bunch of memories that aren't real, right? You want to remember all of the people who are really important to you. Anybody would choose that.
This little moment is great. Namine looks away from Sora as she presents the choice to him. One is clearly the correct one, yet even when Sora picks it to get his old memories and self back, Namine recoils. Even if it was wrong, she had this tiny hope that he would choose her. Because Namine wants to mean something to someone, and because of Marluxia's abuse, she feels worthless. It's sad, yes, but she can't force others to be your hero like she did. It's not right. So Namine takes the gang to some sleeping pods. Jiminy writes down a note to say thank Namine after they get up. Could have done with a little more than 2 words, buddy, just saying. But before Sora goes to sleep to get his memories back, he and Namine have one more chat.
All of this may have started with a lie, but I really am glad that I could meet you, Sora.
Yeah, me too. When I finally found you, and even when I remembered your name, I was happy. The way I felt then, that was no lie.
Goodbye.
No, not goodbye. When I wake up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real. Promise me, Namine.
You're going to forget making that promise.
If the chain of memories comes apart, the links will still be there, right? So the memory of our promise will always be inside me somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, it's a promise.
Good. Until later.
Sora, some of your memories' links are deep in the shadows of your heart, and I won't be able to find them. But don't worry. You made another promise to someone who you could never replace. She is your light. The light within the darkness. Remember her, and all the memories lost in the shadows of your heart will come into the light.
Another promise. Kairi! My friends. Namine?
Don't worry. You might forget about me. But with our promise, I can come back.
A promise is a promise.
Yes. One day the light, it will be ours and it will bring us together. Till then, I'll be in your heart.
Right. Forgotten, but not lost.
And that's the end of Sora's story. That's right, there's another story to go through. God help us all. Okay, Riku, wake the fuck up. We still have to go through your story.
Where am I?
Riku is trapped in the realm of darkness, despite it not really looking like that. I mean, I could probably green screen wherever I want. Now he's here. A voice then tempts Riku to go back to sleep. But then, a world card appears. Riku takes it he'll escape the realm of darkness, but he'll have to face the truth of his memories. Truth that holds a lot of pain. So, what does Riku pick?
This seemed like a boring place to take a nap anyway.
That's my boy.
My friend.
Now it's time to play as Riku and make her way through the giant basement of Castle Oblivion. And we can't even customize his... wait, what? That's right. One of the most important parts of a deck builder has been taken away. Instead, Riku's deck changes as the game progresses. Which, I mean, great, cool, I guess, but you can't even rearrange how the cards are laid out. This pretty much makes all of Riku's standard combat just spamming slights even more mindlessly since I'm not the one that made the deck in the first place. Preparation is half the game when it comes to a deck builder after all. But as Riku makes his way through Hall of Ashes, he's greeted with his old room. He despises his memory of it, which leads to probably my favorite line in the game.
Cast away your home, your friends, everything, but at least they gave you a nice room.
It is extremely funny, but also shows that Riku gave up everything and he's got nothing to show for it. Later on, the voice even mocks Riku, saying that all his heart knows is to cast things away. Riku doesn't really have a response to the mockery, instead choosing to run away again. He absolutely regrets what he did in the past and hates being reminded of his failings. You're gonna have to face them eventually, Riku, by doing a sick fight against Dragon Maleficent, after they say darkness several times in a row, that is.
Darkness, 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 darkness.
Okay, here we go. This fight lets me point out one more thing about Riku's gameplay. He can instantly reload his deck. We just hit the button and all our cards are reloaded. This, along with Dragon Maleficent fighting like she's asleep, makes the fight go by like it's nothing.
Yep, this is one of the fights. Aye. Well, that was easy. Dang, Maleficent. Look at his fucking smirk. Did you guys see that?
But we get out of Hollow Bastion. Guess what? The voice we've been hearing all along was Ansem. He's back. Sort of. He placed a piece of himself inside Riku's heart. I have no fucking idea if that's a spoiler or not, but there you go. Ansem wants to take over Riku again. Obviously, Riku doesn't want that.
And now, surrender to me again.
You're crazy! Not a chance!
Well, you tried, Riku. But don't worry, the king of cease and desist is here. Nintendo, I mean Mickey. Riku's not alone, the light won't give up on him, so it's time to beat Ansem's ass. Again. In a tutorial fight. That's right, there's even more mechanics for Riku. Like if he quickly breaks an enemy's card, he gets an attack boost. I never really noticed the difference in my entire run as Riku, honestly. The one I do notice is the card duel. When we clash against an enemy's card with one of the same value, we initiate a card duel. We have a few seconds to beat all of our opponent's cards, and if we do, we activate a huge slate with the cards we spent. See, why couldn't Marluxia's Doom Slate do this? But with this tutorial over, Ansem gives Riku more world cards so we can understand why darkness is the best thing since sliced credit cards. That's not all Ansem gives Riku, no. He's a silly little guy. So he gives Riku some darkness powers. It's up to Riku if he wants to use it or not, but spoilers, we're going to, and it doesn't affect the story at all. Fucking go nuts. The darkness cannot hurt you outside of cutscenes. This brings us to Riku's final and most fun mechanic. Darkness points. Each time Riku card breaks an enemy, he gets some DP. Once his meter is full, he enters Dark Mode, where his attacks are powered up and he gets new slights. But you'll lose DP when taking damage or getting card broken yourself. Usually this won't happen because Dark Mode won't stop, you'll just be fucking dead. Dark Mode is easily the best part of Riku's kit because it turns most encounters into a joke. People have referred to Reverse Rebirth as a New Game Plus for a reason. In fact, something else I need to mention is that on leveling Riku, he has the choice between max HP, attack, or max DP. I recommend getting the attack stat up first, then DP, then HP. That should keep you well-rounded enough. Back to the story, we see two more organization members Sora never encountered, Lexius and Zexion. I had to double check how to spell Lexius' name, by the way, it is kinda confusing. But they've gathered with Vexen because Zexius picked up Riku inside the castle, and apparently he seems very close to their superior. What will they do about it? Literally nothing.
We wait. See what develops.
Guess they think Riku will die of natural causes, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy's chin could cut glass. It's so sharp. Got that Bruce Campbell chin.
Speaking of, Riku has an interesting quirk in this game.
What's that scent? It's so familiar. Darkness. It's the smell of darkness.
I don't know why they gave Riku the ability to smell darkness, but it's here. It never appears again after this game, and he then shows up to give Riku a pep talk and it's time to progress through the floors. We go through Traverse Town and learn that Riku's deck having a low card count fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think I'd describe Riku as a steamroller. I think this would be another thing that Dio would throw at Jotaro if he could.
Then the science gang figures out Riku's in the castle and Vexen is his #1 fan.
Riku, you say? Has he emerged from the realm of darkness? Sora's is not such an interesting existence. The entity that holds true value is Riku, the hero of darkness.
Agrabah's next, and they took away all my fucking 9 cards.
I just don't have any 9s now. They're all gone. It's just 7s and 6s. What the fuck is this? Well, alright, I guess this is what's happening now. Thanks, Square. Every floor, it changes. You don't have control over Riku's deck. It just does whatever it wants, so just hope the darkness. That doesn't suck.
Jafar Genie does make me crash out when I failed the card duel against him.
No, I hit X! That game sucks!
But we beat him, and now Riku gets to meet Vexen. Even tells us that his boss is kinda sorta Ansem, but not really. By which he means he's Ansem's nobody. Ooh. Riku is absolutely not having it.
Riddles were never my thing. Try again.
And it's time to fight. Oh, by the way, they change your deck before the boss fights in Castle Oblivion, so surprise!
9? Okay. Oh my god, they gave me 0 cards when I wasn't looking.
And you know, I can't tell if Riku not having healing outside of Mickey being his friend card is a good thing or not. On one hand, Mickey is always available to drop. On the other, if I need healing now and I don't have Mickey picked up, I'm kind of fucked. I guess that's a concession for being able to do this to Vexen.
No, I don't think I will, Vexen. Die. Alright, there we go. That's a little rough to work with, but we got it.
Unfortunately, Vexen leaves after getting lots of data from Riku. This is probably how he made Replica later. Let's not worry about that. It's time for Monstro!
Damn, we really just shred through enemies. It's fucking great.
Parasite Cage would be annoying, but it's not that bad. We just hit him with the I know what you are, but what am I maneuver, and that's that. You then get to see Lexius and Zexia going, yep, we know what's going down. Still gonna do nothing about it, though. I thought Larxene was shallow, but these two would vaporize on the pavement during a sunny day. Then, blink and you'll miss it, we fly through Neverland. Captain Hook lasts longer against Riku than Sora, but he also accounts for a quarter of my time spent here, which is just over 7.5 minutes, so it's not much of an accomplishment. And if it feels like I'm going fast, that's because most of Riku's story is him curb stomping fights for 99% of the game. Though, we'll talk about that 1%. Oh my god, we'll be talking about it. At the end of Neverland, we find Replica Riku. I'm just gonna call him Replica now because we gotta talk about him a lot going forward.
There is one easy way to tell us apart, though.
But he's how Riku was acting near the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm sure seeing this is making Riku feel like a massive piece of shit, but it's time to fight.
So, I can wipe the floor with you.
And a wacky deck shuffle hits me again because I don't have zeros and Replica Riku has extremely high value slights. Luckily, I just had to gamble harder and he lost his Oblivion mortgage on his Oblivion house.
There we go. I just didn't use slights hard enough. I just had to go harder. Today's lesson, keep gambling. Gamble harder.
Replica then floors Riku even though I just handed him a Balatro gold stake beating.
Then let's fight now!
Okay, I guess he can just do that.
And he boasts that he's getting stronger because he's not afraid of the darkness, unlike the real Riku. He then does what he always does and absconds. This ain't the first time an enemy kept coming back to try and beat my ass. Then Replica meets up with Squad 12, and yes, kiddo, you are the best. Now throw yourself at Sora and proceed to have an existential crisis later.
No worries.
And if that wasn't enough for Riku, Ansem's smug ass shows up again. Ansem goes, hey, you should totally do that darkness thing, Riku. Pretty please? And Riku responds with, no.
Be quiet!
That's okay though, more world cards for us. I swear I'll go more in depth with Riku later, it just needs some time to cook. Then rush through Atlantica. Nothing happens here, and there's not even a boss. But we do get to see Axel, Larxene, and Vexen having their little chat about Sora. Except this time Replica is in the room, and they're gonna change his heart so he's more like the real Riku. Replica does not like this.
You want to remake my heart? The real Riku is a wimp who's afraid of the dark. What do I want with the heart of a loser?
Any objections, Vexen?
It must be done. I told you I would make good use of you, didn't I?
No!
Relax, kiddo. I don't think it's gonna hurt that much.
I'll hurt you!
Instead, she will implant the loveliest little memories you could ever hope for. It's no big deal that they're all lies.
No. No!
He's not doing so hot now, is he? This is interesting because with Sora, Replica acts more like a simple antagonist, but during his encounters with Riku, he's boastful, embracing the power of darkness. And when Vexen decides it's time to change Replica's heart, he starts panicking. He wants to be his own person, not anyone else. And with the threat of his individuality being stripped away, he tries to fight back and even screams when Larxene approaches him. I find Replica's character development during Reverse Rebirth interesting because it deals with this game's theme of memories in another way. Let's talk about while we go through Olympus, yeah? Memories are a part of what make you, you. Everything in your life you've experienced, every story you've read, movie or show you've watched, foods you've eaten, all this is part of your memories. How you've reacted to them, how you felt, that's part of what makes you an individual, and it shapes you going forward. Whether we're aware of it or not, memories shape us, and we can see how people messing with them change us so drastically. Like with Sora, he became a completely different person as he traveled through Classical Oblivion while Naminé tampered with his memories. He became more erratic and angry because the only thing he could remember was the promise he made to Naminé and the few small memories he made in this castle. Now, Riku isn't going through a similar deal. He actually wants to look away from his memories because he feels ashamed about what he did, which does shape him as a person too, as he's now seeking to redeem himself and fight against the darkness instead of with it. But then there's Replica. While he's Riku's total opposite and would probably do anything the darkness asks of him for $20 behind the nearest dumpster, he treasures his individuality. As I said, he wants to keep that safe and will fight for it, which is something we don't really see with Sora because there he's already been stripped of it to be another tool against Sora and nothing more. Yet he still remembered his promise to Naminé even when his heart was shattered by her, though in a way, that's still not him, but that's definitely analysis for later in the story. Anyways, how's Hades doing? Perfect. Now we get to see how Replica's doing, and yep, he's a good boy who'll protect Naminé no matter what. But we get to know a little more about Naminé and why she can't make Sora completely forget about Kairi. It's because she's the shadow of Kairi. What the fuck does that mean? Well, if you remember what Ansem said in his notes, the empty shell of a body, once it loses its heart, doesn't disappear. It becomes a nobody somewhere else. Except Kairi never lost her heart and became a heartless like Sora, right? Well, yes, but actually no, kind of. When Sora released Kairi's heart from himself, this also created Naminé, even though Kairi's body was right there, and... Nomura, what the fuck? This isn't even the worst mental pain in this series, but it's still confusing enough that I had to explain it. I am so scared to talk about the future games, y'all got no idea. We blast through Wonderland, then Lexius and Zexion say Vexen is fucking dead. Oh yeah, he is. So what will they do now? Can't touch Sora, so it's time to go after Riku. After several hours of doing nothing. Finally, Riku's still convinced that if he gets through this, he'll be free of the darkness. Yep, totally, Riku. Halloween Town's next, which also brings the living shitbag Oogie Boogie back, and yep, fight still sucks. Here we go!
Okay, yeah, that's the game plan. Alright, we're gonna do that again when we get in there. How do you feel about the Silex gameplay in Chain of Memories? I want it to stop. I just want to fight. It won't let me fight. I'm being held back. Oh, hold on, I gotta reload before I can go nuts. Alright, here we go. Alright, we did, we got him.
But now we see Lexius face Riku. He calls Riku a little bitch for not using darkness, even though that's what I've been doing the whole time. Look, Lexius looks and acts like a rock. What do you want from me? Time to fight! I was worried about Lexius being difficult, but not really. He's a rock, but one of those shitty ones that falls apart when you put any force onto it.
Alright, Lexius, it's Morbin time. Know what that means. I better not catch you lacking. I better not catch you lacking. I caught you lacking. Dude, that attack is so fucking shit. Here we go again. This one I might lose because I didn't reload. Nope, I had Mickey. We're okay. Riku Gaming. 10 HP bars, huh, chat? You were worried about that? I just got 3 levels out of that.
You do get Lexius's card, which says you can obliterate enemies with a combo finisher. Except it only works 2/3 of the time, and yeah, I don't get it. It's a card. Sadly, this is one of those winning the fight, losing the cutscene scenarios, which is fucking great. That's because we need Riku to give into the darkness, then instantly kill Lexius with a nothing personal, kid.
Too slow.
And now that Riku's used the darkness in a cutscene, Ansem can take over his body. Oh my god, what will he do? Get saved by Mickey again, of course. Foiled again, Ansem. Back to Zexion hiding out in his gamer basement, Axel shows up. That's right, he's not dead. The two of them decide that Riku needs to be dealt with, even though it might just be a better idea to cut their losses and leave. But hey, I'm not either of these characters. I'm just a guy with bad knees sitting at his computer talking about a game from 2007. Zexion then shows up and tells Riku Marluxia's dead. The time frame of Riku's story makes no goddamn sense. 20 seconds ago they said Axel was beaten and now Marluxia. What the hell's going on? Zexion reveals Sora's in the castle, but since his destiny is the Battle of Darkness and that's still inside Riku, he'll probably hit Riku with the Yabba Dabba Doo. But if Riku wants to check in on Sora anyway, Zexion tosses him the Destiny Island card. How nice of him. You know, I know he's playing us, but we gotta check. Riku's happy to be back in the Destiny Islands, but he isn't allowed to have that happiness for long. All of Riku's friends disappear, and whose fault is that? Why, it's Riku's, at least according to Zexion, who's really here to rub in Riku's failure.
Because of what you did! You hated being an islander, so you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. It was you!
He even makes us fight Darkseid again, saying this is what Riku really is. Nah, I don't think so, buddy. Man, I sure love having my deck be completely out of my control, and the boss having a card I literally can't duel against because I don't have that value anywhere. Love this game. I'm being overdramatic. Darkseid really isn't that bad. We beat him and Sora's here.
Sora,
how's it going, buddy?
What?
Aw, man. Yep, looks like Sora's gonna beat Riku's ass. That's totally what's happening right now. It does break my heart a little to see Riku's reaction to Sora attacking him. Just wants to see his friends again. But Sora sends him into the Thunderdome, and it's here Riku gets a pep talk from Kairi. The short version is that Riku should use light and darkness at the same time. Balancing them out will make him more powerful than anyone else, so that's just what he does.
Can I face them?
You don't want to?
Oh, Naminé, you sly dog. Riku escapes the Thunderdome, and guess what? That Sora was actually Zexion, and he is pissed that Riku escaped.
I guess I followed the darkness right to you.
This is absurd. Then I shall make you see that your hopes are nothing but a mere illusion.
Time for another back-to-back boss fight. And Zexion's a fucking asshole, let me tell you. If he hits you, he steals a card, and when he uses his Cyclone Snatch Sleight, he'll steal 2 cards each time it damages you. Oh, did I mention this sleight takes up almost the whole arena? Good times. At least we're permanently in dark mode for this fight, so that's something. Now, Zexion will keep stealing cards until it gets to his second phase, where he uses Riku's cards against him. I was lucky and able to hold on to a 0 card, so I was able to break through the sleights here, but that is not a guarantee. To get out of this phase, you need to break the lexicons in the arena, which will end the phase once all of them are broken, and drop your cards to collect. Small miracles, right? At this point, Zexion will go back to his wet bandit ways, but he doesn't last much longer.
This is a bad idea. It won't let me play that card. Alright, whatever, die. Alright, Zexion's dead. First try, baby. I should have died like 4 times in that fight, but you know what? It's fine. We take those.
We then get his card, which lets our normal attacks have a chance to confuse enemies when they're hit. Not sure of the effectiveness of this since I didn't use it, but it's there. Maybe resistances it has are worth it, I don't know. Zexion fails to comprehend how Riku's able to overcome his fear of darkness, so Riku beats his ass so bad he runs away. Not that it saves him.
Bro knows he's fucked.
Oh, false alarm. It's just Axel with the Riku replica.
Wouldn't you like to be real? All you need is the kind of power that the real Riku doesn't have. You won't just be a copy of someone. You will be unique, your own self.
Oh, never mind again. Zexian's still fucked. If only he wasn't so good at his job. Sorry, buddy. Time to be pissed off. In hell.
You just found out way too much.
Meanwhile, Riku's just chilling and Ansem's back to talk shit. Though he's got a little more power than expected.
Can't move.
Luckily, Mickey's here to save the day once again. He's even here in person. And he has a shirt now.
Whoa! That tickles. Oh.
I'm okay. Don't worry. I've been alone so long. And having someone else around is a little overwhelming.
But to progress, they have to go through one more world before reaching Castle Oblivion properly, Twilight Town. And going in, Ansem challenges us. Except something's off.
Finally ready to surrender to your fate?
You're not the true Ansem. Your scent is different.
What is with this game and
The
scents?
Ansem in my heart
What the
smells
fuck?
darker.
Does everyone just have like a scented candle in their pocket? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yep, there was a fake Ansem all along, guiding Riku forward. This guy, Diz, that is the correct spelling of his name, by the way, and yes, he is voiced by the late Christopher Lee.
Diz, or so I am known. I've watched you all along.
This isn't even the craziest voice actor pull in the series. Just wait until Birth by Sleep in 3. Back on topic, Diz says that Riku's special because he's in between light and darkness. I assume he's meaning that Riku's using both light and darkness, not that he's a nobody, he's not. But then Riku will have to meet, nominate, and choose. What does he mean by this? Hey, you'll just have to find out. Bye, fucker. Now it's time for the final areas of the game. And, see, when I did my second stream of Reverse Rebirth, I had it in my head it was short enough to beat within 4 hours. That did not pan out, but I kept going anyway because past me was very, very stubborn. Getting to this floor, I was starting to become exhausted. Riku's gameplay, while it has more mechanics, doesn't mean it's more interesting than Sora's. At this point, I just wanted the game to stop. Spoilers, I was still 2.5 hours away from that goal, and it wasn't because of the cutscenes, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Speaking of though, we get to the mansion and see Replica Riku again, which leads to the best line in the entire game.
Because I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says.
You don't get writing like this anymore. Weird ass dialogue aside, Replica's not having a good time.
That's right. I'm a phony. A fake. The way I look, the way I feel, everything I remember. And even this newfound power. I thought by finding some new strength, I could finally be someone who's not at all you. But nothing changes. I'm still just empty. Everything about me is borrowed. As long as you're around, I'll never be more than a shadow!
Oh boy, this will be a whole thing to unpack. Let's fight first, yeah? First attempt doesn't go well.
Oh boy.
Second attempt, we learn the secret to card duels.
I don't know if I can pull this off or not. Never mind.
This doesn't work every time, by the way. But we get him with the funny dark pogo attack. Good fight, Replica. We now proceed to have probably the heaviest cutscene in the entire game, and I am not talking about length.
Death doesn't frighten me. Good riddance to a phony life. I'm sure even what I'm feeling now is probably all fake. What are you feeling? What happens when a fake dies? One like me. Where will my heart go? Does it disappear? It'll go somewhere. Maybe to the same place as mine. A faithful replica until the very end. That's okay.
Our boy Replica has been through it. He just wanted his own identity instead of being a copy of Riku. And after being manipulated by pretty much every organization member in the castle, the few people that actually treat him well, he abandons. He then goes up to Riku and tries to beat him, but then dies with the two of them having a conversation about what happens when you die. God damn, Nomura must have hated you, dude. But in a way, Riku's saying Replica's heart will go where he does comforts him. Perhaps it's because he's finally accepted that you can be similar to someone and still be your own individual. And that's okay. But enough about that. How am I doing right now?
I sent it to Mary today. It's just like, what was the thing, Mary, where it's just like, if you say this, you know, it's like, if you say I'm living the dream, that's code for I wish I was dead right now. Is that what we're at today, guys?
Yeah, not doing so hot. And it's gonna get worse, so just you wait. I named this chapter Pain for a reason. Now then, we finally get to see Naminé and Sora in his big egg. Naminé even offers to remove Riku's darkness by erasing his memories, just like she did with Sora. This way, Ansem can't take control of him again. However, Riku chooses to fight Ansem head-on. This was a very poor decision. Not for him, but for me. Naminé does ask why Riku's accepting her help, and his reasoning is...
I knew when I met you. You and Kairi smell the same.
Nomura, what the fuck is up with this? Anyways, Riku leaves after being weird as fuck and we meet up with Mickey and Diz. He's still being mysterious.
Who are you?
I could be nobody. Or anybody. It is up to you.
He gives Riku one of the black coats the organization members wear. That way, once he leaves, they won't be able to actively track him, and it'll protect him from the darkness. But we gotta fight Ansem, so Diz tosses us the Castle Oblivion card. Mickey promises to help Riku, and it's time. It's time for maximum pain. See, I don't give a shit about the final floor. It only lasted 10 minutes, who cares? But Ansem? Oh my fucking god. This fight. This fucking fight. Holy shit, where do I start? Well, first of all, Ansem has very high value cards, and slights, and even a few zeros, which is great because the AI could bust those cards out so quickly, you're almost guaranteed to take damage when your card broken. Then there's his actual slights. All of them are deadly, but none more so than Dark Rush. The tracking on this move is so strong, I'm convinced the same person who programmed Armstrong's AI in Jetstream Sam's DLC for Metal Gear Rising did the same thing here. Oh, did I forget to mention that Dark Mode's dodge doesn't have invincibility? Yeah, it sure doesn't. What a great idea. Dark Rush has killed me the most out of all of the move Ansem has. And what's really fun is that all Riku slights once he enters Dark Mode, they're neutral damage, which Ansem has fucking resistance to. Are you serious? I get it. He's Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. But come on. Oh, and he can hide his slights. I'm gonna be Army of 240 a day with you. That doesn't fucking matter. It took me a goddamn hour to beat Ansem, and you can see my deterioration as the hour dragged on. I was not a happy camper during this fight.
In some games, there's one part that actually makes you hate it. Don't worry, I've hated this game for a long time. It's just that this part fucking sucks the most. Like, we didn't even take this long to fight Marluxia, and his fight was a huge pain in the ass as well.
The fucked up part is, this isn't even the last time in the series Ansem does this to me. Riku's just like me for real. But, after I'm declared God's greatest struggler, we rip victory from Ansem's cold, dead hands.
This is abysmal. This is terrible. This is very, very bad. Uh-huh. It's over. It's over. Go fuck yourself, Ansem. Oh my god. It's over. The pain.
Ansem explodes after he says he'll be back, then Mickey saves Riku. Yay! Riku's still worried about the darkness inside of him, but Mickey reassures him that he'll be okay. Riku's able to wield light and darkness in a way no one ever has before, at least according to Mickey, so he shouldn't be afraid of the darkness inside him. It's just a part of him, that's all. Might be hard to accept it, it can be a struggle to understand it too, but it can be tamed. Two of them leave and meet Diz one more time. Diz tries to force a choice on Riku, but he says fuck that.
I'm taking the middle road.
Do you mean the Twilight Road to Nightfall?
No, it's the road to dawn.
And we're finally fucking free of Chain of Memories. Jesus Christ, this script was supposed to be shorter. I think the story for this game is great, but the gameplay? You know, I'd rather shove rusty nails under my fingers before I play this again, thank you very much. It's just so uncomfortable and fights against all of my instincts. Nothing feels right. Fuck Ansem. The gameplay is slow. Fuck Ansem. And did I mention fuck Ansem? The fleeting joy I found within this game was when I broke the rules to fly through it faster, which I would appreciate if I had played something I enjoyed. But I did this to free myself of the shackles this game put over my heart. And now, I'm finally free. Though there is one more thing I want to talk about. Yeah, boy, let's talk about the GBA version. 2 years after I played the original. Look, it takes a while to make these videos, alright? Now, the GBA version plays differently since it's 2D instead of 3D. It actually feels pretty good. The only real complaint I have with the controls is that you have to press L and R at the same time to stock a card, but that's also how you move the cards, so it can result in you moving over a card when you're trying to stock them. But aside from that, I think this version plays way better. It feels right instead of making me fight against all of my instincts. Hell, even the first light we get, Sliding Dash, is actually pretty good for being such a simple attack. What the fuck still, bro? What the fuck? It's just it's teleporting everywhere. I feel like I'm fighting Ganon from the Legend of Zelda show. Like, this is ridiculous. I do think it's really funny that they shoved a pre-rendered cutscene on the Game Boy Advance because it's so fucking crusty. I think this is a better way to play Chain of Memories, even if the writing is different a bit. So I guess the ideal experience is just watch the cutscenes and play this game, or finish watching this video, which you just did. Congrats on getting this far. Like, seriously, you listen to me rant about Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for almost 2 hours. Actually, it's probably going to be more than 2 hours when I'm finally done this. Big shout out to my coffee members for continuing to support the channel. The link to my coffee is in the description, and if you'd like to support me for $5 a month, that'd be great. Helps me keep this as my full-time job, and I love making these videos, and can't wait to make even more about this series, even if it's gonna kill me. Also, a huge shout out to my friend Aniki of Light, who made the Chain of Memories cards that I used in this video. They look amazing. I'm leaving a link to his Twitch channel in the description as well. Alright, that's all from me. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and remember, I'm rooting for you.